Oh, there's a sign in the water, says don't go in the water. There's something in the water that they don't want you to get on your skin. Protest song. It's a phrase that people like to throw around, and it's been used for a long time. You know, a protest is what a 4-year-old does when you tell them to clean up their room. My name is Jim Page, and I'm a guitar player and a singer, and I write songs and all that kind of stuff. And the wheel goes round, round. Sun goes up and down. I learned a long time ago that songs have an impact on people if they address the people's lives. So to me, I have the obligation as an artist to sing about the difficulties of, you know, the interpersonal relationship thing where you pick up the same rock and drop it on your foot over and over again, and Jesus Christ, why did I do that? Everybody identifies, but I also have the right and the obligation to sing about homelessness or to sing about the wars that America not only gets involved in, but oftentimes has a great deal to do with starting. From a faraway place where the language is strange, they come with their angry machines. And the clouds rain a metal that hurts when it falls, and it shatters the ground, making everything scream. I don't need to compartmentalize them and give them a name to put them over here in a different room than the room that love songs live in, because they're in the same house. They all affect our lives.
Go grab on my bed last night.
My first turn on to music was hearing Lightnin' Hopkins. Great Texas blues singer, Lightnin' Hopkins. My whole world turned upside down. His voice just completely captured me. I mean, it was his life he was singing about. I'm a white guy from California. My dad was a NASA engineer. Lightnin' was from a small town in Texas. Okay, so he sang about his life, and I had to sing about mine. My life was really insular and self-absorbed, so I had to get out of it, so I had to start singing about other people, and that's how I got educated.
Crusaders for decency have a very clean mind. They hide in people's showers, peek through window blinds.
I started busking in Seattle pretty much as soon as I got here. The last folk club closed, and I hit the streets and the rock and roll bars and the college campus. And I passed my hat, and that was pretty much all I did for about 6 or 7 years there, all over the place. One of the things that I'm known for is legalizing busking here in Seattle. I did it because I was threatened with arrest for singing on the sidewalk downtown in 1974. It was illegal in those days unless you had a permit. You couldn't get a permit unless you were so-called disabled or blind. So I decided to make a project of it. It was in the springtime, and it went through the summer and into the fall, and we had a city council meeting. People showed up. The council voted on it. It was a breeze. It was unanimous, you know, and it was made legal in 1974. Goodbye, Bertha, you miracle machine. You were the greatest drill bit the world has ever seen. Now you're stuck down in the mud, bleeding money like it was blood, and you ain't going anywhere. A song is a very useful tool. The language is simple. It rhymes. It's got a catchy melody if you're lucky. And you can sing about, you know, big drilling machines that are stuck underground in Seattle and probably will be for the foreseeable future, or kids that don't have a place to go. You can sing about those things in an easily digestible form. I mean, if I got it in front of people and said some of the things that I sing about, people would walk out. And I will not celebrate Columbus. No, I will not give honor to a killer and a thief. Seattle Metropolitan Magazine called me one of the 50 most influential musicians in Seattle history. I'm in there with Nirvana, Ray Charles, and Bill Frisell, and that's very cool. And I think it has to do probably with the busking issue, how busking is legal and it wasn't before. But it's also cool. It's a feather in my cap. And it's a tiny spot in the gasworks park. What has music been to me is a really big question. It's been a voice. I used to stutter real bad when I was a kid. I would never have been able to do this interview. But I learned that if I took a guitar out and I started talking along and singing in a talking song, I could do whatever was in store, and I found out that I didn't stutter no more when I played the guitar. So that was a great thing. It gave me an access to life. People love to hear life translated into a song. They love it. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody knows why. Books have been written on it. Who cares? It's a language. It's like hearing birds sing. You know, it's a great and a wonderful thing. And as long as it's wonderful for us, someone's going to do it. It saved my life. Maybe it'll save someone else's. You know?